Hey, what's going on? You got a notification. That's wonderful. Wonderful. What's up? What is going on? YouTube didn't play no games tonight with me, I see that. If my notifications went up. It's not that bad out right now, but tomorrow we're supposed to get like the highest winds we've ever had here. History. Buffalo, New York. Like hurricane fucking winds. It's supposed to be wind gusts to 75 miles an hour. And these old houses in this neighborhood, they were built back in the day. This used to be an army base. These were army barracks, and these houses were for the troops and their families. And, they had training, little training grounds and everything. And these houses, they weren't built to last. They built them as temporary for army barracks, and they were not built to last. So these houses, let's just say it wouldn't take much to rip one of these right out of the foundation and completely destroy your house, leave you homeless. If a tornado ripped through this neighborhood, it would literally be like ripping through a trailer park. It would. It would be disastrous. It would be like a trailer park. These houses would be all flipped upside down. We've came close a couple of times. A tornado did come through this neighborhood, this exact neighborhood, but it was like back in the 60s or 70s. And it was only like an F1, which was the weakest one, so it really didn't do any damage. It just did minimal damage or whatever. That's what I've been told, anyways. We had one not too far from here, probably like a mile and a half away from here. And they're not very common for this area, but we do get tornadoes every once in a while. You know what I mean? Down in the southern tier, we get our share of tornadoes every single year. We'll get like 3 or 4 of them. You know what I mean? But they're not very big. They don't do much damage, and they're in the rural areas. And very rare does a tornado form near the Buffalo city limits. But once in a while, one will rip right through the city. One has before on Ontario Street, and one did on the actual expressway, the 190, the expressway, right near the Walden Galleria Mall. But these houses were not built to last, and these houses will fucking they will fly away like the fucking Wizard of Oz. We have crazy shit is about to be taking place in the next few years. A lot of crazy shit is gonna happen. Okay? Shit. Nothing's out of the realm of possibility. Like, I believe we're gonna have an alien related event that's, you know, enormous, big, you can't, fake no more type of event. And I also believe that we're going to have an extinction level event of some sort within the next 2-3 years. And I believe we are so underprepared. We really are so underprepared. You know, everybody says Planet X. Is it real? Is it fake? Does it exist? The Nemesis solar system. What are the odds? Think about our solar system. And think of what NASA and our government has told us and taught us about our own solar system, okay? They taught us that we still haven't been to Mars or nothing like that. They teach us Venus is volcanic, but it's really green. They don't tell us everything. So, if there was a Planet X or a planet Nibiru, do you think they would tell us about it? No, I don't think they would. They would keep that covered as much as possible. And I'm sure they would put something in fucking space to block it out so that fucking it couldn't be seen or something. It very well could be out there, you know. Something fucking wiped us out when the dinosaurs were here. You know, some people say asteroid, some people say Planet X. I don't have the answer to that. I believe it was an asteroid. I don't believe it was Planet X, but I'm not saying Planet X isn't out there and won't ever happen. Because it very well could. It very well could. And I've seen stuff in the sky. I've seen what looked like two suns setting. I've seen that numerous times in the sky. And is it just a reflection? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think there's something there. You know, there's something else up there. The recent UFO sightings on this planet just keep increasing. You know, they're just constant every day. And that's why the International Space Station is even in play. It's so we can monitor what's going on. You know, it's the way for our governments, Russia, United States, it's the way for our governments to be able to monitor space and find out what's going on. Who is flying into Earth's atmosphere on a daily basis? You know what I'm saying? Because they fly right past the space station to get to Earth. You get what I'm saying? So they see when a UFO is flying towards Earth and going in to enter Earth's atmosphere, and they could already radio ahead and let, ground know one's coming in hot, off the Africa coast or something like that. You get what I'm saying? And I'm sure they do that. They say the International Space Station's just, up there for reasons that they're not really up there for. The International Space Station and all that place it's a babysitting station. It's just a couple of cosmonauts and a few American, NASA employees, scientists, whatever have you. And they sit up there and they just monitor space and they monitor anything coming into Earth's atmosphere. And then they call down and let them know about it. Because we want to be aware anytime anything's leaving this planet. You get what I'm saying? And the Germans, the Antarctic Germans, they're just, they're always coming and going because they got bases on the moon. They got bases on Mars and right here in Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? So they're constantly shipping people to and from and things like that. It's like a bus line. And, they're constantly having UFOs leave Earth's atmosphere and fly into space somewhere. Mars, the moon, what have you. I'm sure they've reached Venus and stuff by now and are probably already colonizing that. And we know the Mars is colonized. Supposedly Mars is colonized by like 15 different alien extraterrestrial races. Supposedly the Mars Germans have a section of Mars and the moon colonized and have bases there. And the Mars Germans are basically from the Antarctic Germans, which after World War II, the Germans, fled to Antarctica, got a hold of, secret space technology, and were in touch with an alien race, an extraterrestrial race, and were able to work out certain deals for certain technology, and were able to live there free, and without worry of being attacked or anything, and they were just able to rebuild their people. And they had saucer technology, and they were flying to space. They were coming back, and they've been doing it for years. And supposedly we haven't been to. We didn't start having bases on the moon or Mars until the 80s. That's what supposed what people are saying. Whistleblowers that were in the space program, what have you. Supposedly the Mars Germans or the Antarctic Germans have been on Mars and on the moon since the 30s, since the late 30s. We weren't able to get there until the 80s, supposedly. So, right around the time Bob Lazar was working at S4 and shit, was right around the time we were just fucking figuring out how these things worked and how to fly these things. And then it was only a matter of months later before we were making missions, taking missions to space, and then going to planets, checking them out, coming back every day. They, every couple of days, send more people up and build bases. All that stuff happened in the 80s, supposedly. And supposedly land there's not free. They will fight over the land. The Germans, will fight. The extraterrestrial races will fight. And supposedly, if you want real estate on any one of those planets, you're going to have to find a section that's not already taken. I don't know how true that is, but... And supposedly Russia and the United States both have bases on the moon, and Russia. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Because I know they have the technology to do it, to get there, so... They have the technology to get there, that's for sure. And Bob Lazar, his story is the truth. That guy has passed lie detector tests. International Lie Station. Yeah, Jack Frost, you got it. International Lie Station. That's what it is. That's exactly what the fuck it is. International Lie Station. They tell us that they're up there for this reason, but they're really up there to monitor UFOs coming to and from Earth. And any fool could really see that. It doesn't take a blind man like Stevie Wonder to know that the International Space Station is just a babysitting station for Russia and U.S. to watch UFOs leaving and coming from Earth, so we know when they're coming down. And we have our own UFOs, we have our own technology that we can fly to space with, other than, rockets. I put up that video of the SpaceX rocket being blown up, the explosion. And right as the explosion's happening, you catch a UFO flying right into the camera at speeds out of this world. And as soon as it's over top of this rocket, the rocket explodes. And I believe that was the Mars Germans or the Antarctic Germans. Basically, because they're a new agency, they're their whole other thing. They're not involved with NASA, whatever. They're their own freaking agency, and new people going to space, being nosy, poking around, seeing what's on these different planets, is going to piss off some certain people. It's going to piss off, United States, Russia. It's going to piss off the Germans. It's going to piss off the extraterrestrials, maybe. I don't know. But I believe it was a message that was sent to them that, listen, we don't care if you fly your rockets up into space, but you're to stay away from the moon, you're to stay away from Mars, you're to stay away from all those places. Okay? You can fly around in space and do cartwheels for all we care, but you're going to stay off of Mars and the moon and shit like that. And I believe, they were warned already, I believe, and they didn't care, and they were going to launch a mission up anyways, and I believe that was the warning. That was them telling them, listen, don't fuck with us. Here's what we're capable of doing. We can stop every single you try to send up. So, they're not going to send another mission to, they'll say they're going on a mission to Mars, but they're not really going there. Because they're not allowed. The big bullies on the block already put them in their place. You see what I'm saying? I'm eating piece of you chicken. Oh, that cookie's like 3 days old. 3 days old. Kitchen sink. I guess that must just be everything they have from all the different cookies they made throughout the day. And they probably just mixed the batters all together. And that's why they call them that. That's what I think, anyways. That's my belief. You know, that whole German thing in space, the whole extraterrestrial races, it's got me thinking now, because some of these eyewitnesses that were actually abducted, like Travis Walton, who was abducted in, I believe it was Kingman, Arizona, or Snowflake, Arizona, one of the two. Snowflake or Kingman, Arizona, one, but Travis Walton, and then there's Benny and Barney Hill or whatever. When they were abducted and when they could recall being abducted and being on the craft with the extraterrestrials, they also recalled humans walking in the room to like calm them down. Travis Walton said a human came in to like almost like calm him down because he was like going crazy. And he said this wasn't an alien, it looked just like him, it was human, basically. And he said he followed the human and we went out into this giant hangar where there was all kinds of UFOs everywhere. But when you're being abducted, you might not even be being abducted by aliens. People all automatically assume that it's aliens abducting, but it might not be aliens. It could be the Antarctic Germans abducting people. Because what did Germany once originally want to do? They wanted to take over the world. Hitler wanted to rule the world, the entire world. He was a madman. He was a smart fucker, but he was a madman too, and he wanted to rule the fucking world, okay? And he escaped. He didn't die in that bunker. He escaped to Antarctica. So if he wanted to rule the world back then, what makes you think he still didn't want to take over the world after the war? You get what I'm saying? So they were just building their people up, producing, reproducing, building their people up and up more. And they're, I believe, maybe abducting people to not run tests on us, but put tracking devices in us, also to control us in case shit goes down. They could be screwing with us so much. And it could be all leading up to a climax where they try to take over the world again and they make another go at it. We don't know. I don't know, but, they do exist. The Germans did escape after the war. They did flee to South America and then down to Antarctica. But the reason is why. And when Admiral Byrd went to Antarctica, he was encountered by UFOs with Nazi insignias on them, shooting at them with like these laser things. And these big, huge, military ships were destroyed, and they went back with their tail between their legs. And so it's documented. The Germans went there. They survived, and they were still fighting, and they didn't want anybody going down there fucking with them at all. So they just, for decades now, have been down in Antarctica since the fucking 30s, have been down there, 30s or 40s, whatever, been down there, rebuilding their people, reproducing, screwing like rabbits, and building this technology that was all buried there, supposedly, that this alien race told them to go there. I forget the name of them, but they told them to go there, and underneath the ice and the ice cities, underneath the ice and shit, there was technology there that would help them fly off the earth, everything. And they've been doing that for years. They've had UFOs. So when Travis Walton, and then the one abductee I seen a story, the guy said he seen a human, but it looked like a German, like, the typical blonde hair, blue-eyed German. He said the alien looked like that. So that abducted him. And he said it was a person that looked human. So it's like a lot of these abductions that are taking place might not even be extraterrestrials. Sure, they come down too. They want to experiment too. Sure, okay, I'll give you that. But I believe at least half of these abductions are probably happening from the Antarctic Germans. They are probably abducting all of our people in record numbers and putting chips in them and tracking devices in them. And if they ever wanted to stop us in our tracks, they could. You know, like fucking jolt our brain, whatever. I don't know. But I believe it's all leading up to a climax. Or not. I don't know. Call me crazy. And supposedly the U.S. knows about them, you know, but they let them be. They don't fuck with them. And there's like treaties in place where, you know, we don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with us, you know, you just stay on your turf, we'll stay at ours type of situation. They don't really like each other because the U.S. supposedly robbed them and fucking of some mind erasing device or some shit. And that's why they blew up the Space Shuttle Challenger. And that's why they caused the Chernobyl nuclear event, which happened, you know, in that Russian country or whatever. So it's crazy shit. It's all crazy shit. You know, you might not choose to believe that, but I actually believe that shit. Oh, I know, Ben. Yeah, brother, we do. We definitely do. 75 miles an hour, they said. It probably hit you before it hit us. Did it hit you over in Michigan or what? And if so, how bad was it? Was there power outages? Like what should I be ready for here? Because they're saying, you know, it's probably going to cause power outages all over the fucking place. So I don't know. It's supposed to start tomorrow morning. 75 mile an hour. What's causing that? What the hell is causing that? This is what I want to know because through all my years, 38 years of living in Buffalo, New York, I don't think we've ever experienced 75-mile-an-hour winds unless we had a tornado. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think we've ever experienced winds that high, ever. You know, up to 50 and 60 quite a few times, but I don't ever think or remember us getting that high in the 70s with the wind. I don't remember it ever happening. So what the hell is causing this? Is it some kind of polar vortex or some shit? I mean, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I don't even want to fucking think about it.
I found something and lost something.
Because we live in an old army barracks, and these houses will fucking fly like trailer parks.
I found this.
Okay.
And I lost the scoop to the new bow. I heard it drop, but I just can't find it.
I'll look for it later. You hardly get any snow here. Yeah, we only got hit a few times here, Ben. You know, we had the one major snowstorm. It was like a blizzard for 3 fucking days. It was just blizzard, and the same storm just kept shifting south, north, coming back and forth over the city for 3 days. And the winds were pretty windy. It was over 50. You know, we had 55, close to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts then, and it was blowing snow everywhere. It was a mess, 3 feet of snow. But other than that, we've been blessed. You know, we've had, you know, mostly a mild winter, you know, in the 30s and 40s for the most part. That's what I don't understand. What the fuck's causing these winds? This shit's crazy. Well, I know one thing. This city's tough. Buffalo's tough. We're a tough city. And we get through a lot. And we'll probably get through this. Even if the power goes out. So be it. No phones. Once the phones die, that's it. Gotta get a generator. Fire up that generator. Something's not right. I can see the pole shift. You're telling me the poles? Well, I know they said the poles were shifting. But what is this? Going to be some major event coming or something? Maybe be hot here all year long. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. I was just saying that the other day at work. I said that would be fucking sweet if the poles flipped. We would have like the tropical Florida, Georgia, fucking Texas type fucking climate. and fucking Florida and all that would be getting snow. That would be funny as fuck. Everybody who moved down south would be tucking their tail between their legs. Then they'd all be moving back up north again. Then all the jobs and everything would come back up here. It would be hilarious. It'd be urban sprawl like a motherfucker. Ain't seen too many grays. Not since that fucking dream, whatever thing it was, when I, seen two gray aliens holding both my shoulders down, and then I tried screaming for my wife, but it came out all fucked up, and I snapped out of it, whatever it was, and I was like, was I dreaming? She said, I think so. But then the next day, both of my shoulders were just fucking killing me. Like I fucking threw 1,000 pitches with each arm. And I'm like, this is just too coincidental that, because that didn't feel like a dream to me, even though it was a dream. Crazy shit. Been a lot of weird shit going on with me, like supernatural type shit. Like, I've been seeing a lot of fucking shit in my house out of my peripheral vision and things like that. I feel like I'm being watched sometimes. I feel like something's right next to me. Weird feelings. We got the rise. Rise the rent on them from the south. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You would have to. You would fucking have to. Now, people that were grandfathered in already, if we were already renting, we keep the same price. But if you're a new fucking renter and you're coming back up from the south, you're paying triple to quadruple the fucking price. Fuck them. I agree. They couldn't hack it the first time around, so fuck them. Oh, there's no jobs here. Oh, it's too cold. My psoriasis, my arthritis. I got fucking psoriasis. I know it's cold, but I deal with the shit. It's life. There was an ice age at one time, so you gotta deal with the shit. We've been blessed. Mild winters, we've been blessed. For the past couple years now, it's been mild. Things have been getting warmer. Our summers have been hotter, and our winters have been a lot warmer than they have in all my years of being on this planet. Strange things are happening. Venus and Jupiter and that are brighter in the skies than they've ever been in existence. A lot of sky anomalies. More frequent UFO sightings. It's all building up to a climax, to a boiling point. I think and I believe. And I hate to say it, but I really think an extinction level event is going to be happening a lot sooner than later. Whether that's asteroid, whether that's who the fuck knows. But what about this fucking zombie deer? You seeing this zombie deer shit spreading like wildfire, and they're worried that it could spread to people. They're worried that it could fucking spread to people. Zombie deers. Their fucking brains hanging out of their head, fucking still walking around. This shit is fucking crazy. Now, who would have put some type of disease like that in the deers all of a sudden? You get what I'm saying? Because this shit wasn't around in the 40s, 50s. There was no fucking zombie deers. So where did this disease just all of a sudden come from? Where are these deers contracting these diseases, the zombie deer fucking diseases? Somebody had to put that and introduce that into the fucking deer society. They had to have. Somebody fucking introduced that. They just didn't eat a berry one day and the berry said, oh, I'm deciding I want to have deer zombie disease in my berry so this deer gets... No. They've been eating those berries for hundreds of years. So what the fuck is causing this? It's put into them. And I believe, because if you think about it, if an extinction level event were to happen, right, and there was no supermarkets or no nothing like that, what would be our primary meat up here in the Northeast? Our primary meat source would be deer. That's what we would be hunting because that's really the only meat around besides duck and skunk and woodchucks and, fish. But that would be our primary meat source would be deer. Now, if an extinction level event were to happen and we started eating these deers and we contracted this, fucking disease where our brain and everything starts eating away at itself, we're all going to die. So that's population control right there. You get what I'm saying? We try while the bands of people are living in little pockets trying to survive eating deer meat, they're all going to get infected off of this deer meat and it's going to put a whole lot more people down. I'm telling you. This might be a fucking crackpot theory, but I'm telling you. Don't fucking doubt it for 1 second. Black plague came from an asteroid. That's a fact? Really? I did not know that, Ben. I did not fucking know that, but that's crazy. Came from an asteroid. That's fucking nuts. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. I believe in portals. I talk a lot about fucking portals. I believe there's these spots of energy all over the earth, where your compass is and everything just go fucking crazy and haywire. And even gravity is fucking pushed to the limit. You know what I mean? And I believe there's these fucking certain energy spots that, shit can happen. Doors can open and people can just disappear walking right fucking through them. And I believe that shit actually happens. You know what I'm saying? People will just be out hiking in the national forest somewhere, and a fucking portal will open and like the Bermuda Triangle type shit. That's like a portal. I believe that's like a portal. It's an energy spot. It's one of the biggest energy spots on the planet, the Bermuda Triangle. That's no secret. A portal opens and these things fly right into it. But where do they go? To another dimension, another solar system, another planet, another space and time? Do they go back in time or forward in time? But this shit happens. I believe in my heart this shit really happens. And there's a lot of strange shit to fucking our solar system, space, and our planet in general. Remember they said there was no water on other planets, and now they say the moon got water. Yeah, exactly. And then that one dude, the real Jimmy, whatever, this dude's finding rivers all over Mars, and he's blowing up the pictures and adding color to them, and you could fucking see clearly, clear as day, these fucking rivers running through Mars. And remember John Lear, Ben, has that whistleblower friend who told him fucking Venus is green. It's got fucking trees on it, and it's actually green. And it's almost like Earth, but it's not quite like Earth. I guess the air's not fully breathable or whatever, but it's almost like Earth, supposedly, and it's fucking green, luscious with fucking trees. And they tell us it's all volcanic and everything else. Bullshit. All the history books, all that shit, it's all a lie. Like I said, Hitler never died in that fucking bunker. Hitler fled to fucking South America, then he fled down to Antarctica. And they fucking knew it. They knew it, and they sent a fucking expedition down there to try to fucking take care of them and wipe out the rest of the fucking regime. And it didn't fucking work out because they had the technology and the UFOs, and fucking it was over with from there. The Germans won the race. They were the first motherfuckers in space. It wasn't the Russians. It wasn't the Americans. The fucking Germans were the first ones in fucking space. They had the fucking technology to fucking do it. Long before we ever built a fucking NASA rocket and even flown out of this fucking atmosphere. So Mars is going to happen here on Earth. I believe that. I believe that, man. I believe that we once lived on Mars. I truly believe that. Something in my bones tells me that the human race did not get their start on Earth. I believe we got our start on Mars. I believe Mars was our original planet, and we had to flee Mars and come here for some fucking reason. I believe that. I fucking believe that shit, man. And you're right. Earth's just going to become a barren wasteland. It's going to become like a desert, basically. It's just going to become all dry and everything's going to burn. And it's not going to be a flood this time. It's going to be fire this time. Everything's going to burn eventually. You get what I'm saying? Fry the fuck up and burn. There's not going to be no Noah's Ark with the floods. And it's going to be fire. It's going to be straight fire. It's going to fry everything. This land is just going to become so barren and deserty and dry and burnt. And eventually it's going to end up looking like Mars. You're right. I believe Earth is flat. I don't know. I can't agree with that. I don't know. I just haven't been able to hop on board with the flat Earth thing. I still believe Earth is, a sphere. It's fucking round. Because if it was flat, I believe there would be drop-off points, and you can't, if you sailed across the world, you could do it. You don't never drop off, so that's just my opinion. I don't have nothing against flat earthers, so I'm not, disrespecting you in any way, but, I just can't hop on that one. Yeah, I believe that, Ben. I believe that. I believe it's going to be burnt up. We don't need to prepare for a flood because a flood's not going to happen. We need a flood. We ought to be praying for a flood if something like that ever were to happen, and it's probably going to. I also believe we're going to get hit with an asteroid sometime in the near future, a pretty big one. Either 2021, 2022, or 2023. One of those years, I believe an asteroid is going to hit us, and it's going to take out fucking probably half, if not maybe half, probably the planet. It's going to take out a lot of fucking people with the tsunamis and the fucking, it's just going to. And that's when everything's just going to start. It's going to be like a domino effect after that. And, it's going to be complete chaos, back to primitive times. And just all hell's going to break loose and fucking the devil's going to fucking be here in full effect. It's going to be bad times. We're headed for bad times. That's all I can say. And everybody knows it. The governments know it. Everybody knows it. It's fucking inevitable. Enoch was shown the earth to be round. I believe earth is round. I do. I believe earth is round. I just can't hop on the flat thing. I just can't do it. I've researched into it. I've read articles about it and read people's opinions on why they think it's flat. And, a lot of them bring up valid points and good points, but something I can't, it's like an almost like a hunch, like you're right type of thing when you're right, and it's like it's it's one of those things. It's like it's a sphere, it's round. Asteroid hits and volcanoes go off it. It'd be good. Oh yeah, fuck no. Volcanoes are erupting more and more every fucking day, man. It's gonna be chaos. Chaos, man. Ashes from volcanoes. If some of these volcanoes, Yellowstone, Yosemite, one of these places popped or top, fucking like Mount St. Helens type shit, the ash cloud would just, over this planet, would last so fucking long. Crops, animals, shit would die everywhere. It'd be fucked up. And people don't stop to sniff the roses. They just assume that life will go on and everything's going to be okay. But eventually, all these things are going to start coinciding and happening. They're just all going to start happening. And shit like this has happened before, and it's going to happen again. Asteroids have hit us before. Asteroids will hit us again. Like I said, the dinosaurs went extinct. Look how big the dinosaurs were compared to us. Now, if something like that can go extinct, I feel bad for an ant like us. I really do. Because we don't stand a fucking chance unless we burrow far into the depths of Earth. That would probably be the only shot you got. And then once you came out of there, there'd be nothing left anyway, so it wouldn't even fucking matter. You know, it sucks, but what are you gonna do? I know, man. People ain't gonna help each other. It's gonna be complete chaos, brother. It's gonna be complete and utter fucking every man for himself, dog eat dog fucking world. You know, people are gonna be getting robbed and murdered, and you know, people's wives and girlfriends are gonna be getting raped and tortured. It's going to be fucked up. It's going to be a fucked up world because, you know, people are going to need water supplies and food, and they're not going to come in and ask you, hey, will you share a piece of bread with me? No, they're going to come in and try to take your food. And if you don't have guns, number one, you need guns. And number two, you need numbers. You need numbers because there's strength in numbers. So you need at least, you know, 5 to 10 people that you can count on, that you can trust, that can also shoot firearms, you know, to you know, be a little camp together because you stand a better chance in numbers. You know, people ain't gonna want to rob you if there's more of you with guns. You know, so and that's gonna be the only chance people really got. So my suggestion to everybody would be if you don't have a gun already and you're not a felon, go out and get one. Not for murdering purposes, for protection of your family purposes. Because when shit hits the fan, people will try to rob you. People will try to rape your family members. People will try to kill you. It's just facts. The human is just capable of so many evil, fucking, and wicked things. And don't be surprised if there was an extinction level event if people didn't resort back to cannibalism. Because if there's nothing to eat, we're going to start eating each other. And you might say you won't eat another human, and that's disgusting. But if you smell that meat cooking on that fire after you haven't eaten in fucking over a month, you don't know what you're capable of doing. That's all I'm going to say. The dog will be in my purse. You wouldn't need to shoot the fish. I'm fucking an excellent fisherman. We don't need to shoot fish. Just give me 2 hours by the water, and I'll get us dinner every single night. Doesn't matter what season it is, because I know what's biting and when they're biting and they're biting in what seasons and what months. You can shoot a gun. I know you can shoot a gun, but we need more than just me and you. We're gonna need, you know, people that we can trust and people that have the same agenda as us that just want to survive and want peace and want to, you know, be peaceful and don't want fucking all that chaos. Because it's gonna happen. And it's only a matter of time before it does. But nobody wants to listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a fucking idiot, so that's right. That's all I need for real. No, I catch something off. There'll be times we'll just be walking by the river. I'll bring my pole for the fuck of it, and I'll say, you know, I just want to toss a few lines. And I toss it out there. First fucking time I toss it out there, boom, I'll have a giant fucking largemouth bass on it, like fucking 7-8 pounds. Or a smallmouth bass. The fall time, the winter time, I'm catching 20, 30, 40 pound lake trout, brown trout. That's enough to fucking eat off of for fucking like a week or so. But the problem is, if they're poisoning our deer now, our waterways are going to be next. Because they're going to want to cut off and cut out all our food supplies. Because they know the supermarkets, everything's going to be down. There's not going to be no food going out to supermarkets or nothing. So if you want to eat, you're going to have to hunt and kill your own game. Now, there's already this disease being put in the deer. Fucking up the deer. Okay. People are going to want to catch some fish then. Are you following the pattern here? And they're going to want to do something to the waterways next. And they probably already have started. And it's going to probably start giving the fish more and more diseases. And the mercury levels in the fish are always on the rise. Seems like every year they tell you don't eat no fish out of the Niagara River or Lake Erie, or only eat 1 or 2 per season and shit like that because of the mercury levels. Where's all these mercury levels coming from? You get what I'm saying? So as the years progress, shit's just going to keep getting worse. It's not going to get any better. The water's not going to get any cleaner. The air's not going to get any cleaner. The weather's not going to get any better. The temperature, you get what I'm saying? So you got to be in tune. Sometimes you just have to take the blinders off and not believe everything that you see on TV and television and radio and everything else, because all that is lies. History books are lies. You got to think outside the box, and you got to form your own conclusions. What's going on? Trust no one. Exactly. Trust nobody. You're absolutely right, Ben. I'm running a program and it's telling me someone is screencasting your chat. Looks like it's coming from Florida. Why would somebody care about that? I don't know. Trolls, and they record everything. Everything, every video I put out that shows my face or me talking, they record it. Then they put them on these sock puppet accounts and these cyberbully channels, and they twist the words around, and they make fun and do all the fucking retarded, stupid shit that little children, people that still live with their grandmother down in their grandmother's basement and have no fucking lives, people like that. And they think I care, and they think I go to their channels. I don't even go to their channels. I don't subscribe to their channels. I don't watch any of their videos. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. They think I seem to, but I don't. And that's the God's honest truth. May God strike me dead right now. And I don't know anybody in Florida. I don't know anybody in Florida. So I don't know. Wait, I think I know one person in Florida. I don't know. Thanks for the info, though, Ben. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I think I'm gonna think about it. People I know in Florida, and my subscribers that I might have in Florida, and people that ain't my subscribers who I've dealt with in the past. And I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna form a conclusion on that, and I'm gonna figure out who it was, and then I'm gonna know who might be running, one of these channels or whatever have you, and then NFF will pop out, and payback will start to ensue. There's a few people that got payback coming already, but I'm a peaceful man. I'm a peaceful man. Peaceful man. Florida. Crazy. I only know one person who lives there that I had a problem with in the past, and they lived in a trailer. So I think I might know who it is. Probably another stalker. Probably. Who cares, though? Let them record my fucking videos. I don't give a shit. I know what's in them. I lived them. I said them. So I don't need to rewatch them. They have no life. They're losers. Let them continue to carry on and be losers. And we'll continue to focus on the future and what should be done to help my family and my loved ones survive what's to come. Them people who are recording, the shit, those are the people that are going to be in trouble when the extinction level event happens. Those are the people that are going to come to you and try to ask for help because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, because they've been in their house for so long behind a keyboard that they have no life skills, nothing in life. They can't hunt, They can't fish. They can't start a fire. They can't do nothing. They're gonna fucking freeze to death, go hungry, fucking die of fucking dehydration. The whole fucking wazoo. And you know what? It's gonna be karma in its fucking most rarest fucking form. And it's gonna be a beautiful fucking thing. Hang on, I'm going to YouTube channel. It tell me who it is. Sweet! Alright, Ben, good looks. Yeah. We're gonna figure out who you are. We're gonna figure out who you are. We're gonna figure out who you are. Bust your ass. Them paybacks are coming. I believe in an eye for an eye. UFOs. I'm telling you, this summer, watch out. Watch out, because I'm going to get a UFO on video. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. That I'm going to get a daytime sighting on video. And it's going to be a good one. Something just tells me this. I just got this weird gut feeling that this summer something's going to come down and reveal itself to me. And let me record it for a few seconds or a few minutes. I'll have to channel the Greys. Do a little bit of UFO summoning. Because I do UFO summoning, by the way. If for all those that don't know that, I do UFO summoning. I do not want you to get work up. I am on it for you. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Screw tube. Like I said, though, man, the waterways are next. First, it's the deer zombies. Next, it'll be fish with these radiation diseases or something that'll turn us into fucking zombies. I don't fucking know. But it's a smart move. It's kind of like checkmate, if you ask me, because the deer zombies, they're putting us in check right there. They get our waterways, checkmate. Cut off your food supply, cut off your electricity. It's a wrap. That's population control. Survival of the fucking fittest. Who will survive and who won't survive? Only the strong will survive. Strong-minded and strong-willed. The whole 9 yards. People who sit behind their keyboards all day, those people will fall short, and those people will look to us for guidance and help, and will fall on deaf ears, because I will not help a loser, a person that harassed or did something to me in one shape, way, or form. I would never help them in a million years. I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. Let's just put it that way. One of these days I'll do a video and I'll make a list of all my stalkers and all the people who dislike my videos. So all my subscribers know the channels that are cyberbullying me and doing this. Things like that. Maybe I'll do a video like that one of these days. and then I'll give all their information out and stuff, where they live, their telephone numbers, things like that, as I'm listing them off, their locations. Wouldn't that be fun? A little doxing event 101. List off all their criminal charges. Eat the rich. That would be the first I would eat. But to resorted to cannibalism, I'm going after the rich. You know, and it's fucked up, man, because the rich are the most greediest motherfuckers. I had a job once at Premier Liquor. It's this pretty big retail liquor store we have here in the Western New York area. And I had a job there, and I was working there during the holidays. And I was basically like a stock boy. I was stocking the shelves with the liquor, but I also had to do carryouts to the rich people's cars. Because the one I worked at was in like one of the richest neighborhoods, you know, near the city of Buffalo. The most expensive houses, a lot of the Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres lived in this neighborhood. And it was just a ritzy, you know, upper class fucking neighborhood. Now, I'm in there working, you know, every once in a while I got to do carryouts for cars. Now, I've carried out for numerous rich people in their Mercedes Benzes, Porsches, Lexus, Jaguars, and I've carried out for broke people driving rust buckets that are fucking mufflers falling off. I've took outside for both kinds of people. Now, during the holidays, you're carrying out all these cases of liquor. You got 4 shopping carts full for their little event, their parties, holiday parties they have. And you would think a tip would be expected, you know, at least a $5 tip or something, you know. Even if you only got a couple of bucks, $2, $3, at least you gave something, you know what I'm saying? And anytime a Mercedes Benz would pull in the lot, a Lexus, a Jaguar, you know, we would fight over who would not have to take that car because you knew you were not getting tipped. It's almost like you're expected to bring that out there because you worked there. And that's how they treated rich people. You know, they would never tip us. They would never even say fucking thank you, number one. They wouldn't even give us a fucking thank you for carrying their shit out to their car. And they would give us smug looks the whole 9 yards. Now, somebody with a hoopty, fucking Tyrone, pulls up with a fucking hoopty with 1 shopping cart full of liquor. This guy drops me a $20 bill. This guy barely has the money. He's got fucking 14 kids at home with 9 different baby mamas. But this guy's tipping me $20 fucking dollars. But fucking Art Ross over here, fucking millionaire extraordinaire, gives me a dirty look and doesn't even say fucking thank you. That's the kind of world that we live in. Disgusting. Everybody's greedy in this world too. Just like a lot of these upper class UFO channels with millions of subscribers. A lot of these channels, you know, these people are fucking just in it for the money. You know, they beg people to use their footage, and then they put their footage on in their little video clips, and then they make money off of people watching these videos because they run commercials and ads and everything else on it. Then these channels live feeds, and they have super chats, and people are sending them $2,500, $3,800, $1,400, $800, fucking $35, and it just adds up into the fucking tens of thousands of fucking dollars. And they love every minute of it. And these fucking idiots don't even have real jobs. They don't even fucking work. But yet here they only post videos on their page like one every 3 or 4 fucking days, and it's a fucking 10-minute video, 6-minute video, and it's just a couple of UFO clips or a story about some other fucking bullshit. And people watch it because they got millions of subs, and fucking they get a nice little fucking chunk of change and kickbacks into their fucking pocket. And it's disgusting because it's greedy. It's exploiting the UFO community for what it's worth. It's fucking just pitiful, and it's fucking disgusting. It really is. It's fucking disgusting. I work a full-time job. I post UFO videos 3, 4, 5, sometimes 5 a fucking day. You know, and I do this all in my spare time. And I don't ask for a single penny. There's no PayPal links, no fucking donation links. There's no fucking nothing. There's no me with my hat out going like this. Nothing. I do this for the love of UFOs. I do this for wanting disclosure better than anybody else on the planet. I do this for multiple reasons, but money is not one of those reasons. And these people, sure, they might have been, in it with their heart in the beginning, but then they seen the money it made them, and then greed overtook them. And then now they put every fucking commercial, as many commercials as possible on these 6-minute video, and you gotta watch fucking 28 fucking commercials, and it's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. And these fucking sheeple, these fucking, not people, these fucking sheeple, fucking go into these live feeds and eat up everything they say and believe their sob stories, and fucking send them money and through these super chats and everything else. And we're not talking fucking, $1, fucking $5. We're talking hundreds, fucking thousands. And this shit's adding up, man. And it's fucking, and they laugh about it and they're like, yeah, you know what I mean? And they can't even put out one video a day. You're making that kind of money, you should be at least uploading one video a day on your fucking page. At least one. You don't have a job, so what the fuck are you doing all day where you can't post at least one fucking video? Even if you have to edit and shit, say it takes you an hour or two. There's 24 hours in a fucking day. You can't take an hour or two out of your day to post a fucking UFO video or a documentary about UFOs or something. No. They don't have to. Now, if they start posting every day, then it's going to look like they're greedy. And that might start happening. They might start getting more greedy. And they might start doing more videos every single day. And time will tell on that. And I'll be watching it like a motherfucking hawk. You best believe. I got to go. It's been an hour. My time is up. Up and away. Peace out, man. I gotta go too. Peace and love. It's been real.